Why she pulls away when you start caring. I feel like we've all had this experience. If you haven't yet, or if you're currently going through it, I'm gonna explain to you why this is happening. You ever think why a woman starts pulling away every time you start caring, even a little bit more, even slightly more than, it just seems like it's always, you ever get that vibe? For years I used to be puzzled, just like, yo, what's going on? Until I really understood what it was. They do it on purpose. And most guys, they think it's random. It's completely not. It's very intentional. The truth is, it's not the caring that pushes her away. It's the timing of your investment. Hear me out. Just like I said in one of my videos recently, attraction isn't built through words, built through energy. And when your energy shifts from grounded to outcome dependent, she feels it immediately. Like I'm talking about ASAP. Because here's what usually happens. You start texting back faster. You start making more space in your calendar, right, in your schedule to make time for her. Maybe you're checking your phone more throughout the day, waiting for the text, waiting for, right? You are thinking about her more than your own life. And if that is you right now, I want you to understand this. Completely, I know it can be hard, but you need to remove that, because number one priority should be your life. And if you're a young man going through this right now, like you are very emotionally invested into her and you have feelings, I get all that, right? I'm not gonna lie to you, like some guys will act like they've never been through that phase. Like we've all been there. You need to stop thinking, if I'm not doing this, then she might. Don't think that. Be calm, collected. Don't forget who you was when you attained her. Don't forget the things that you did that got her attraction. It wasn't overdoing it. It wasn't being kind of a simp, right? It wasn't changing who you are, changing who you was. Maybe you started to catch more feelings, and I get it. I get that. It's different for every guy. You have to understand and master the art of detachment, which I mentioned in my last video, but you have to remember what got you in that situation in the first place. It's a saying, and I firmly believe complacency can kill a lot of good things. When you get too complacent, when you get comfortable, when you get lost in distractions, you have to understand this, and you probably know this. Just sit down and think. What got her spark of interest to you? It wasn't what you're thinking or what you're trying to do now. It was that calm, collected, or whatever personality trait you showed that got her attention. Most guys think that once you're in that relationship or once you got her, like you gotta go above and beyond to attain her, to make her happy. What if I told you it's completely the opposite? It's literally, you gotta do even less now. And here's why. You can never really be emotionally leaning in more than she is. Never. She has to always be pursuing you. She has to always be desiring you more. It's not intentional, but it happens when you care more. When you are emotionally invested, when you're too emotionally invested, you're leaning more forward than she is. Does that make sense? You are now the one pursuing. Rather, she is the one that's always supposed to be pursuing you, always trying to keep you. Does that make sense? You're not, change your mindset. That's what I'm here for. I want you to understand, she is not, and I've mentioned this already, right? So you guys should know this. She is not over here. I don't care if she's helped you through dark times. That's fine. But I'm saying you have to understand, never put yourself in that situation. Because attraction doesn't disappear when you care. It disappears because your emotional investment is ahead of hers. That imbalance, it creates pressure. Pressure kills polarity. So instinctively, what she's doing is she's pulling back, not to hurt you, but to rebalance the dynamic. I'm telling you right now, I can't stress enough how many times back in my younger days that I used to be more invested into her after maybe I attained her, after I caught a little bit feelings. And it used to just drive me insane. It was like, yo, it didn't matter what type of girl. It's like, why are they always acting like this? I was like, is it me? I had to really look in the mirror one day and was just like, is it me? What am I doing wrong? Like, what is it? Until I realized the more I did, the more I try to show my affection for her, the more I pushed her away. It's as simple as that. Like, you have to understand, no matter how much feelings you have for her, you cannot let it be shown. That's why they say never show all your cards, right? You have to understand that it's the same dynamic. It's the same dynamic with a woman. Never show too much how you're feeling about her. Action always speaks louder than words. So be very mindful of what you're saying through text. That's why I'm always going to repeat and keep saying, be very mindful. Don't text too much. Don't be too Mr. Nice Guy on the phone. Don't be picking up. Like, you have to understand, you have things you have to do. I know you guys might get tired of me saying that, but you do. And I mentioned this already, that every second, every minute of your life, you need to invest fully into, because time is precious. Time goes by fast. You will realize this sooner than later. It's not about playing games. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's about pacing. Masculine energy stays steady. It doesn't rush outcomes. It doesn't need reassurance. I'm going to say that again. It doesn't rush outcomes. It doesn't need reassurance. Here's what will fix this immediately. To keep it real simple, match her investment. If she leans in, you lean in. If she pulls back, you don't chase. And I'm talking about you never chase. You stay centered in your own life. The guys who will follow this will always have success when it comes to women. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I don't care if you're going through a time or an isolation period, which is, I highly suggest every man should go through at some point in his life. I'm talking about friends, female. Like, I'm talking about a point where you're locked in on you. Like, fuck what everybody's saying. Fuck what anybody gotta think about you. That's how you gonna win the game of life. That's how you gonna elevate. While they bitching or while they trolling, they have no idea the sacrifices you made. They only see what they see. They don't know the work you put behind the scenes. You feel me? I promise you, guaranteed, that calmness is what keeps attraction alive. That's what I always tell my students. That's why always tell men. Staying calm during chaos, staying calm during any situations when life is coming at you, when the opposition is coming at you, when that shows 1, maturity. That shows 2, resilience. That shows 3, that you don't let anything faze you. You will always seek success in life. When you master this, you don't get too emotionally reactive. That's the greatest downfall for men. I promise you. A lot of men act like they're a grown man, but they don't know how to control their emotions. They hear something, they get in their feelings. Something happens to them, they react, they lash out. That's what ends them in the prison system, right? How they always get people locked up in there is because they always find the same people who they know don't have that emotional control. Emotional intelligence is a cheat code in life. No matter what, I want you to understand this. When you're low, when you're down, when you're up, when you're high, you will always be having situations test you. People will always challenge you more. Obviously, when you are successful, when you have things going on for yourself, they will, no matter what, try to bring you down. They are trying to. Whether it's words, whether it's confrontation, the best thing you can do is stay calm. And I know the guys who are fighters, just like me, grew up in martial arts, 10 years straight, 2nd degree black belt. I've always mastered that. Many people don't even know I did martial arts. Many people don't even know I know how to fight. I know how to box. It's because I never show it. They don't need to know. But when you try me, you will find out. And the people that do try me, they find out. They find out. It's not a flex for me. It taught me discipline. It taught me not everybody needs to know what they don't need to know. So to wrap it up, just care without attachment. Does that make sense? Care without attachment. Interest without need. That's why pulling away stops when you do. Remember, guys, clarity of mind, discipline, emotion. You guys got this? Remember, don't get too emotionally invested. Lean back. Stay calm. Match your energy. Match your investment. Everything else will fall into play. Guaranteed. Clarity of mind, discipline, emotion. You got this. Don't overthink it. If you're new here, leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this with somebody who needs to see this. And I'll catch you guys on to the next one, man.